So no, we don't. And yes, I watched the Lindsay Lohan movie. But
Well, I just wanted to know so I don't bring up a whole section of the...
You tried last time. What if I watched Hot Frosty again? Because I did.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't. Well, over and over in my mind's eye.
Ugh.
Okay. You haven't seen it.
I started it. That's all I could get through.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I feel sorry for you then.
Merry Christmas, guys. Happy Christmas Eve to all those who celebrate. Because that's what tomorrow is. Mm-hmm.
I'm going through all of them.
Yeah.
Favorite so far?
That's snow crunching underfoot.
That's a present being unwrapped.
That's a present being unwrapped.
Or someone ripping toots.
Okay.
Okay. Someone with better pitch ripping toots.
Gah.
Yeah.
Guys.
No.
Oh.
Hold on. 2 more. That's a
Man. Oh.
Still going. There's snow crunching.
Hi, guys. Merry Christmas Eve. Oh, my goodness. How are you today, V? Are you in the Christmas spirit? I'm going to answer that for you. No. You were awfully frosty towards me in here.
I was
Scroogey.
I was hot frosty.
No, you'll never be that.
I wasn't Scroogey. You came in. Okay.
A little bit prickly to me.
Do you want to know what?
Haven't even made eye contact with me till this moment.
And I wish I hadn't, because you've taken part of my soul. Listen,
there's nothing you can do to steal my joy today.
Here's the reason that I didn't want it to. Last night.
Okay.
Yesterday I watched. I had Dad watched Die Hard, which is not a Christmas movie, but it takes place at Christmas.
Sure. Depends who you talk to. Some people argue that it is.
I know, and they're wrong, and definitively. But I watched it. We watched Spirited. We were going through the Christmas movies, and then everyone went to sleep. Mm-hmm. And you know what I did? Responsible podcastier that I am.
Stayed up late.
I was like, I'm watching Our Little Secret. And I came in here and I had a whole bit about how it was our little secret that you weren't going to find out. And it was a whole thing. And I was going through it. I practiced it in the mirror and I was ready. And then you came in like head down, like a disheveled newspaper editor.
What?
Pencils in your hair.
Okay.
Rat's nest head. And you come in and you say, did you watch the movie? Like it was my job, not a joy. Okay? And don't you tell me that because I did. I stayed up late and I watched it. And you know what? I'm here to talk about it.
Well, I'm glad that it's fresh in your mind because we had planned on doing this 2 weeks ago. And so I watched it a long time ago and I'm going strictly from notes.
Well,
so your perspective's going to be fresh. And we're going to get to that, guys. All of you who've joined us for our discussion on Lindsay Lohan's latest Christmas film, Our Little Secret. That is going to happen today. I'm just learning that from my co-host.
Listen, Avery and Logan.
Right.
Oh, what wicked webs we weave when first we practice to deceive. Guys, Billy Shaky wrote that in one of his plays. William Shakespeare. Maybe you've heard of him.
Yeah.
He did not write Our Little Secret. If you were wondering, Billy Shakespeare didn't dabble in the Hallmark universe.
Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to get to that discussion, but we've got a little business to take care of first. I'm going to tell you what. I told you nothing could steal my joy today. I was lying. Because
go ahead.
Traffic. Oh, brother.
This is content. Here you go. Traffic report brought to you by T-Mobile. Guys, what?
Have you been into town today?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well,
Last minute shoppers. Guys, if you're one of those people who put off your gift purchasing till the day 2 days before Christmas, I don't understand you.
Also,
I've been finished for a long time.
Also, who bought all the prosciutto?
I have some. I'm going to bring it.
To me?
To Christmas.
No, I need it now. Oh. I'm making pizzas tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, fresh out of arugula. Okay.
I have some of that too.
Dad, well,
you should have texted me.
You're the one. You cleaned out the whole city. All the Prosciutto's gone.
And arugulums.
Arugulums and Prosciuttos.
Sorry. That's what you went to the grocery store today? Good heavens.
Oh, you know what I did? I walked in. I went to the prosciutto section.
Okay.
And I said, "Where's all the prosciutto?" To myself, because I didn't see it, and I don't ask strangers.
No.
And then I left. I was in there for 12 seconds. Wow. I was there 8 seconds. I was there as long as a rodeo boy rides a bull, and then I was out.
Yeah.
A bull named Prosciutto.
Didn't find any?
Bucked me right off.
Anywhere.
No, there's also no rosemary.
Wow.
Right?
Well, I went to the post office, which was a big mistake, because my son has a burgeoning sports card business. Very successful.
Yeah.
And I got to my car, and I'm his unpaid executive assistant. Every morning I come down to my car.
That's why his business is successful.
Right.
He's figured out a way to
free labor.
Yeah, that's it.
And he puts the things he needs me to mail in my seat. 9 packages today I needed to mail for my child. And so I did. I did that. I went to the post office, and I regretted it.
What would you do if you found out that this card business was just a front for some unsavory mail business he's doing?
I would be disappointed.
Okay. Well, guys, we covered it. If Ashley's kid was a drug runner, smuggling drugs with Ken Griffey Jr. cards, she'd be disappointed. Guys, spicy takes. If my kid was a mail order drug dealer, I'd be disappointed.
I would.
Anyway,
first and foremost, there'd be other issues we'd need to address.
Sure.
But
like,
that would
how
be
do
first.
I get in on this?
No. And then to know that I unknowingly, unpaid
and
have
unknowing,
participated.
Yeah.
I got roped in, officer. I didn't know.
Hey, Mom, could you mule these cards down to the
I'm the
post
mule.
office for me?
I'm the mule. I walk in every morning in my PJs with no makeup. Truly, if you want to see the real me.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
I have. I know it.
I know. You've the front-facing target camera version of yourself.
1,000%. That's me. That's me.
Credit or cash.
That's me every morning as I go in to mail my child's cards, in quotes, cards. I'm kidding. But he's doing great. He's got it. He's really learning. He's learned a lot of things. I'm real proud of him. He's doing great. Okay. What you been up to before we get to the Lohan
That's what I've been up to.
movie?
That's it.
Just looking for ham.
Looking for different varietals of ham.
Uh-huh.
I porked a smoke.
Okay.
Smoked a pork. That did not. You know how I pronounce things weirdly, and sometimes they're weirder than others? I've smoked some pork. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we might need to edit.
No, we don't. We don't. It's all about perspective. It's how. Listen. So did that. Watching Christmas movies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm just
Kids are out of school, so it has begun.
Yeah.
The next 2.5 weeks are ours.
Sorta. I've been working.
Sure. I'm saying, speaking from the children's perspective. So we got the kids through finals.
Yeah.
We finished strong. The children are at mom and dad's right now decorating Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
We dropped them off there and now we're doing this. But I said, Benny, you have made it through halfway through your 6th grade year. How you feeling? And he was like, good.
Yep.
And I said, and then he mentioned one teacher's name. I'm not going to say it. And he said, I'm halfway done with that teacher.
Yeah.
And I said, wow.
He's not a fan.
No. But you know what? We all have those. We all have those for different reasons. But halfway through, my oldest is halfway through his sophomore year, and I cannot with it.
Well,
but they all finished strong. I'm so proud.
You don't know. You don't know how my kid finished.
I do. He told me.
Oh, well.
He's brilliant.
He's a liar.
No, he's brilliant, and he did it. So Thursday of last week, I had a fun day with Mom. We did some last minute shopping. We went to the mall. The mall at Christmas is the only time I like the mall.
I like a Christmas time at the mall.
A Christmas mall is a good mall.
Yeah.
The other malls, bad malls.
I like a mall. Well, it's right there in the name.
Nostalgia.
Mal. Muy mal. Mm-hmm. That's what they named. That's why they named it that.
1L, though.
Muy mal.
I don't know. I don't feel safe in a mall anymore. There's a lot of shenanigans. I do think a lot of stores have struggled mightily.
Well, sure.
Since the advent of online shopping, since COVID even.
Sure.
And they haven't rebounded. So you got to, it depends on the mall.
Sure.
Sometimes you've got some random local stores that are just odd.
Which
a lot
mall
of vapes,
There's
eyebrow threading.
for
We've
sure.
talked about that.
Neon gold putt-putt.
Neon putt-putt.
Like the whole first floor of the Quail Springs Mall is an arcade now.
Yeah.
Which those are coming back. Did you see, did you see, there's a whole store that's just a place where people go to fence. It's called Thunder Fencing.
At Quail?
Yeah, and you go in there and you parry thrust and you get the sword and you fence. It's a fencing studio.
Weird.
There's a place called Space something where you shoot pellet guns.
We went to Penn.
Oh.
And I will say Penn is, it's more of the traditional mall experience than I would say Quail. Quail, you got some recreational stuff in there now.
Sure. Well,
I don't want that.
Because
I don't want it.
you can't play putt-putt online, but you can. You could. So no, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
You can't fence.
Can't burn calories playing putt-putt online, really.
That's true.
Can burn.
Big calorie burner, putt-putt golf. Right into the clown's mouth.
Anyway, so we went to the mall. Santa was there. It was decorated. It really does kind of get you into the spirit. I've said this before. Then we ate at Whiskey Cake. Delicious.
Sure.
Local restaurant. Here's one thing, though, and I don't know why I made note of this other than to just do a public service announcement. I forget that there are people who do not wash their hands after using a public restroom. I forget that these people exist in the world.
Sure.
I don't see it very often, and I'm grateful. But guys, wash your hands. Women who come right out of the stall and just leave, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm still incredulous days later.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
This is not the direction I saw this going.
Well, I just needed to say it.
Muy mal.
Yes.
Manos sucios.
Ew. Okay, Friday morning.
So I'm in the bathroom.
No.
No intention of washing my hands.
I've moved on from it. I have to. Okay, Friday morning, we headed out for a road trip. As part of the kids' Christmas, Jeff surprised them with Chiefs tickets, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, the footy ball
the
team.
footy ball team. The boys in particular, Hope enjoys the NFL to some degree, especially now that we're pros at fantasy football. We just hope everybody has fun.
I heard you got eliminated.
No. Oh, from the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not from like life. What did you think I was saying? You've been eliminated.
I don't know.
Goodness.
I don't know. But
how quickly do you say, I heard you got eliminated? No. Oh, from the playoffs. Like, what did you think I was saying?
I don't know.
Sort of sinister undertones. Sinister undertones. Anyways, go ahead.
I don't know.
Hope loves the NFL, you said.
She likes it, but the boys love the NFL, especially Asher. He pays major attention to the players and their stats and all the things with his sports cards and whatnot. So we took a quick trip to Kansas City. The kids have never been to Kansas City, and the kids have never been to an NFL game. I've only been to one before. Years and years ago, Jeff and I went to a Dallas Cowboys game. This was soon after the construction of the Dome in Dallas.
Okay.
So what I will say is that was a very different experience than what we experienced in Kansas City because it's still outdoor. Arrowhead Stadium is still outside.
Yep.
Never been to that before. Okay. So we leave on Friday morning and head up to Kansas City. I love Kansas City. And back in the day, I used to go a lot for the Big 12 basketball tournament. Jeff and I used to use it as a halfway meeting point for his parents when they lived in Iowa. So we traveled there. What are you making these faces for?
I'm listening to you.
I know, but you are giving me faces.
I won't be held responsible for how my face looks while you tell this story.
Okay. So absolutely love Kansas City. It was one of those places that Jeff and I discussed early in our marriage. Like, what are the cities that we could see ourselves building a life in? Kansas City was always one of those. I absolutely love it there. So super excited to take the kids. Fun surprise. So we get in on Friday evening and we go to dinner at Lydia's, which is a restaurant I've mentioned before on the podcast.
Okay.
It is an Italian restaurant. They are famous for their handmade pasta. They make it by hand every day. And when we first figured out that we were going, it wasn't that long ago, but Jeff called and tried to get us a reservation and couldn't. This close to the holidays, it was just tough. So finally, they called him back and they said, we don't have any tables that are specifically for 5 people. To which I say, why not? 5 isn't a weird number.
It is.
It's not.
Yeah. It's an odd number.
Okay. But they said, but since you called, we're gonna hook you up with something. So they did. So they get us into the restaurant. We sit down.
But tables have 4 sides.
This was a circle. This was a round table. Okay. But I'm getting to the best part. So the table is kind of tucked away to the side, and we sit down, we get situated. It's a beautiful place, and we're taking it all in. It smells delicious. We're so excited. The waiter comes to the table and says, this is actually the place where we seat celebrities because it's kind of out of the way.
Okay.
But we did this special for you guys. But he said, but Dennis Quaid is here tonight. He's 2 tables down, and we didn't even sit him here.
You took the Quaid table?
We took the Quaid table.
Listen.
But it gets better, Brandon.
I could see
you're not ready.
I could see getting seated before Randy Quaid, but not Dennis.
You don't even know what's coming. So sure enough.
Did you meet Dennis Quaid?
Okay, hang tight.
I am.
Mister.
Don't dangle.
Don't Quaid bait.
Don't Quaid bait. Don't dangle Quaid and then move the goalpost. I need to know if I'm being Quaid baited. I won't stand for it. Okay?
Okay. So I lean out and I see Dennis Quaid. He's incognito. He's wearing a ball cap. And he's there, and I see that he's with a blonde gal.
Sure he is. Quaid's always got a dame.
Sure.
Quaid and a dame.
Quaid dame. And so I'm like, oh, this is exciting because I have long been a Dennis Quaid fan. Do you know what movie I just loved him in? Great Balls of Fire.
Cheaper by the dozen. No, Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Okay. He's great in Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, amazing in Great Balls of Fire.
The part where he weds his underage cousin.
Right. And
dynamite, Quaid.
Okay. Anyway, well, he was playing Jerry Lee Lewis. Okay. Had to be historically accurate.
That's not about Quaid.
And you know,
that movie's not about Dennis Quaid.
What?
That movie's not about Dennis Quaid. He's playing someone else.
Well, funny that you say that. Okay. So we're at the table and we order drinks and the waiter leaves. So he comes back and I say, what makes you think we're not celebrities? And he laughed.
Yeah.
And he said, actually, I could see you maybe as like a soap star. And he did not say aging soap star, which I appreciated.
Yeah, sure. No,
and he was just trying to get a good tip.
He works for tips, yeah.
He was trying to get a good. Okay.
He works for tips and he knows he dropped the ball by relocating Quaid. he with the minute Quaid walked in, he was like, I gave away the Quaid table.
Oh,
Here he is. This is Gary Busey all over again.
Well, come to find out, Dennis Quaid has been spending quite a bit of time in Kansas City. He's making a documentary about Clark Hunt, the owner of the Chiefs and the Hunt family.
Sure.
So he's doing that project. So that's why he frequents Lydia's. Okay. So the waiter comes back and flatters me by the soap star thing. Meh, meh, meh. And I say,
you're like a young Susan Lucci.
Okay. Yes, I would take it, but I could not look less. I could not look less
there
like Susan Lucci. Okay, so I say, who all has sat at this table? And you're not ready, Brandon. You're
if
not
it's
ready.
Taylor Swift, I'm just going to be bummed.
No, you're not. You're not going to be bummed. Okay, he said, okay, I'm going to start small. This is where the Kelsey family sits when they come to join us. Mrs. Kelsey joins us often at this table. He said, we've also seated Travis and his ex at this table. We have not seen Taylor come in with him yet to this particular table. Rufio from Hook.
Okay, that's great. This is A-list. A-list stuff. Bangarang.
I don't know why. Rufio.
I would
you
be
ready?
super excited to see Rufio in the wilds.
Right. And are you ready? Gretchen Wieners.
I mean.
Gretchen Wieners and Aaron Samuels.
Oh, really? Together?
Together. We sat at the Wieners table.
That's interesting.
But
the Wieners circle.
It's because...
Here's the thing. I can't believe Aaron Samuels and Wieners are out and about together.
Well, I think it's because Hallmark is based in Kansas City.
Is Aaron Samuels in that universe now?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Or maybe they're just friends.
Well, sure.
Or maybe something more. I don't know. Intrigue.
Oof.
But Rufio and Gretchen Wieners.
Yeah, this is
and the Kelsey crew and Quaid.
This is starting to feel like a mid-tier celebrity spot.
What a bizarre.
No wonder they pegged you as a soap star and not a movie star, not a star of the films.
I thought it was amazing. And the kids, okay, so our kids know Dennis Quaid as the father from The New Parent Trap. And here's the Lohan connection.
Mm-hmm.
Hope and I got up to use the restroom, and Hopi had no chill and was trying to scope out Quaid because we had been telling him like, oh yeah, you guys, he's the dad and, Parent Trap, and he was in this and this and this.
He's also the dad in Cheaper by the Dozen too.
I know. And they have seen Cheaper by the Dozen 1.
Sweep that under the rug.
I'm sorry. So Hopi kind of goes over there to investigate, and then she runs back towards me, and we go to the restroom. We get in the bathroom, and she goes, Mom, I think he's here with this granddaughter.
Oh.
So I said, well, I don't know, sweetie. I don't know. So then a few minutes later, we get back to the table. They walk out.
Sure.
And they're romantical. They're holding hands.
Yeah, they are.
I'm shoveling a ravioli into my mouth. Just right by Dennis Quaid.
Just as I pictured it. Just as I pictured how I would always meet Dennis Quaid. Just how I pictured how I would meet the guy from the Topher Grace movie. Here he comes.
Listen. I really had planned to make eye contact with Dennis Quaid or to say hi or something, but the timing was off and I was shoveling a ravioli.
Sure.
Here I am in my Old Navy sweater, just
gosh.
shoveling it in. He was wearing a ball. He was cash.
You met Quaid while wearing Old Navy?
I did. He was wearing a casual. He was wearing a barn jacket and a cap.
Quaid doesn't show up in last season's looks. Quaid shows up. He's not a Maxinista, Dennis Quaid.
No.
If he looks like one, it's because he's choosing to look like. It's because he's doing it for a role.
Right.
He's doing a documentary on TJ Maxx, the founder of Ross Dress for Less, actually. It's a weird incestuous world. The second market clothes.
Listen, so he's holding hands with this darling young gal.
Interlocked fingers or just a palm to palm? Okay, so we're
romantic.
We're couple skating out of the restaurant.
So immediately we Google. As soon as I swallow my ravioli,
Sure.
we Google. It's his wife. There's a 39-year age difference.
What if you'd have caught Quaid
and I
doing something? That's not his wife.
Oh, no, it was totally his wife.
Okay.
She was darling, 39 years younger. She's 33. Okay. She's 1 year younger, older, rather, than his son with Meg Ryan. So that's a thing. And you know what I say?
He has a
Love
son.
knows no numbers. Love knows no bound. But when Hope realized she wasn't his granddaughter, she was perplexed.
Sure.
Very perplexed.
And now we've got to do this. Now we've got to go through a whole thing about how Dennis Quaid likes younger gals.
Well, and honestly, go Dennis. And it sounds like they're very much in love.
You know what they say? It's age ain't nothing but a Quaid. Is how the saying goes, I think. But here's the thing.
He's a great actor.
I got to tell you.
What?
She better... What? You don't like where I'm going? She had better be...
What?
Real...
What?
Purdy.
She is. She's lovely.
Because Meg.
Right?
Meg Ryan
I know.
in Joe versus the Volcano
I know. I know.
3 times.
Who's prettier?
That's peak. Is that peak or is Sleepless in Seattle peak? What's peak Meg Ryan?
All of it.
I think
All.
Joe versus the Volcano is peak Meg Ryan.
You've Got Mail was great.
Yeah.
She had a peak time.
Okay.
Decade.
Go ahead. I say Joe versus the Volcano, and that might be an unpopular opinion. But
No,
I
she
say
was
peak.
lovely in it. She's lovely in everything. I adore her.
She's a flipperty gibbet.
She's a flipperty gibbet.
I'm a flipperty gibbet.
So anyway, Brush with Greatness, Dennis Quaid. We drove through the plaza after that to see the Christmas lights, and they were beautiful.
Sure.
Absolutely packed with people, so we didn't get out. Also, it was frigid in Kansas City this weekend.
Sure.
So go to sleep. We wake up early for the game because it started at noon.
Yeah.
I have been fretting about this sporting event for a couple weeks now, trying to make sure we have all that we need. Everyone needs a warm coat, hat, gloves. I stocked up on hot hands of various sizes and shapes because the high was 32 on Saturday. The game was at noon.
It's very cool.
So we pull up to the stadium, which is quite impressive indeed. And it's right next to where the Royals play as well. So it's kind of like this complex situation. But the stadium is massive and it's open air. It looks kind of like a big boat. We could not believe the tailgating situation outside of the stadium. Again, the kids have never been to an NFL game. I've only been to one, but it was indoors. Entirely different energy outside and in the cold, I would say as well. It's just like heightens everyone's energy. But the tailgating culture outside of the stadium was unbelievable. And it's sort of like those times where you get glimpses of people and you're like, this is a whole way of life that I didn't even know about and that I don't participate in. And I know there's a lot of tailgating at collegiate games as well.
Sure.
But NFL is next level.
It's very serious. They're very serious about
They're
it.
so serious about it, which means that people had been imbibing spirits from early in the morning in the freezing cold, probably to keep themselves warm. And so by the time they made it into the stadium, people were juicy. You know what I mean?
Juicy?
Juicy.
Okay.
They were ready for some fun times.
Well, you gotta get, hold on, someone's calling me and I can't answer. Hold on. Just, you talk for just a second.
I have been talking. So, it's always a roll of the dice when you take kids to a sporting event because you're just like Dennis Quaid. It's going to open up some conversations, right? Like, what's that man doing? Why is he yelling? Why are they trying to fight each other? Things like that.
Yeah, I feel like, sorry, guys, I'm back. And I'm back.
And I'm back.
The Buffalo Bills,
Yeah.
their fan base is called the Bills Mafia.
Oh, sure.
And what they do is they climb up on elevated things, like on top of buses and trucks, and they jump through folding tables.
Ooh,
Like pro wrestlers.
sounds awful.
Wow, yeah, but not to a Bills Mafia person.
Right.
Mafioso.
Well, the Chiefs are the Chiefs' kingdom. That's what they call themselves.
That feels
What?
self-appointed for sure. The Chiefs' kingdom.
Well, they are pretty good.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that name is cool. That name's stupid.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're about to have the whole Chiefs' kingdom after you.
Bring it on, Chiefs' kingdom.
But we don't have an NFL team.
I'm the welcome to the Brandon fiefdom. Here, you want a piece?
Anyway.
By the way, Chiefs fiefdom sounds a lot better than Chiefs kingdom. So
Does
once you
sound
guys
really
go on a
good.
losing streak and you have to downgrade to fiefdom, thank Daddy.
Thank Daddy.
Thank Daddy for your new name.
Trademark.
Dude.
But yeah, it was just really something to see because we don't have an NFL team here. And so you're like, this exists. This is how people
This
spend
season,
their
we don't even have a
Saturdays.
college team here.
No,
We're bad.
all across the board.
Ugh, serfdom.
So dumb. So stupid. Medieval humor.
Yeah, well, it's what I do. It's what I specialize in. It's what I went to college for.
I am the jester.
That's quite literally.
Okay, so We get into the stadium and it's so cold under there, like walking
cold is
through
it?
because there's no sun down there, and it's like the concrete has just absorbed the freezing all night. I mean, truly, I thought, well, this Raynaud sufferer is about to just die for the
Sure.
next 3.5 hours. So I loaded up on hot hands, but we get to our seats, and it's such a core memory because, again, first NFL game for the boys, and they love it. Asher immediately is like, that's Joe Mixon, because they played the Houston Texans.
Yep.
He's like, Travis Kelce, there's, Joe Mixon, there's Patrick Mahomes. Like, it was just cute to see him see these players up close and personal.
Sure.
So sweet. Also, we did find out that Taylor was present at the game. We did not see her, which was surprising.
But you felt her.
We breathed her air.
Yeah, well,
The energy shifted.
we're all breathing her private jet's air.
And we,
Okay? Mother Earth
listen,
is a real angry poet.
we were sitting right across.
Midnight sad.
We were sitting. We were sitting directly across from her box on the other side. And so we could see people moving around in there. And Crindy, meanwhile, was watching the game, trying to catch a glimpse of us.
Sure.
And she kept sending videos of Taylor in the. They never once showed her on the big screen.
Here's a
They never
question.
once played any of her songs. And I think that's for a reason.
No, I think she said don't.
I do too.
She has an NDA.
Well, I think she's like, this isn't about me.
Okay.
Don't take-
Taylor Swift is never like, this isn't about me.
I think she is. I think she's like, this is about the Chiefs. This is about Taylor. This is about Travis. Also, I
You
think
just,
they're-
from paging Dr. Freud, this is about Taylor. Also, here's a question, a very serious question.
what?
At any point during the football game,
Yeah.
was there a wave?
No.
Okay, because can I tell you something?
What?
If there was one and you participated, you could have been in the same wave as Taylor Swift.
I know.
The ripples of her presence felt throughout the entire stadium.
We already did feel that, though. We knew she was there. She looked very glamorous in her coat and bucket hat.
This wave started because Taylor batted her eyes too hard.
Yeah.
And then everyone around the stadium started standing. This isn't about me.
I'm just saying, I think after all the commotion she caused last season, I think she was like, you know what? Let's tone it down.
No.
But then after the game, the Chiefs won. It was super fun. It was so fun. And I will say our seats were in the sun. So we were warm until the fourth quarter, at which time the sun went behind the stadium. And you could just see as the shade worked its way up the crowd, people putting their coats back on.
Winter
and
is coming.
Winter. It was.
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
Yeah.
And then it was brutal, but we got out of there shortly after. But then after the game, there was this section of the stadium that was curtained off. And you could see people in a huge mob with their phones out, trying to catch a glimpse of Taylor leaving through the tiniest crack of curtains ever. People had it was just recording the crack of the curtain. And I don't know if they ever saw her. We got out of there.
Why?
Because
But why do they care?
she's a global superstar.
Keep it cool, guys. I ran into Dennis Quaid at Luigi's the other night. I saw him at the Quaid table. Didn't even get my phone out, save to Google what young gal he was eating his linguinis with.
His wife, guys. We're not out here trying to spread misinformation. Okay?
I'm just saying, you kept it cool in the presence of Dennis Quaid. All these football fans can't keep it cool with Taylor Swift's crack in the curtains.
Guys, I'm sorry. Anyway, we knew she was there and it was very exciting and it was such a sweet memory. And then we drove halfway back, stayed in Wichita, had dinner and came up and drove home the next day. It was super fun. Super, super fun and a core memory for sure. Watching those kids experience their first NFL.
When you start with Quaid,
right?
it's really it's downhill from there.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it was uphill for sure.
Oh, sorry, Dennis Quaid.
I mean, I left
You
him
were
with
the
Quaid. If he had spoken to me,
How
if he
many
had said, "I
people-
like that Old Navy sweater,
How-
that ravioli good. This is
Quaid-
my wife."
Quaid hasn't seen an Old Navy sweater ever. He wouldn't be caught dead in that rayon trash. Quaid is draped in the finest garments,
The finest fabrics.
only
Silks.
Yeah.
Purple silks.
yeah. He was wearing a purple robe. No, Quaid's a cashmere boy.
He was wearing like a Carhartt jacket looking thing.
Did you see the lining? Quaid, I read that Quaid's has all of his Carhartts tailored specifically, like so they look rugged on the outside, but it's only cashmere on the inside.
Purple.
That's a fact about Dennis Quaid.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know his tailor.
Do you? Speaking of Taylor. Okay, dumb. Anyway.
No, that's good.
Okay.
You connected it.
And now for the moment
Okay.
you've all been waiting for. It's time for us to talk about the new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie, Our Little Secret. Guys, this one's on Netflix, and here's what Netflix says about it. 2 resentful exes are forced to spend Christmas under the same roof after discovering that their current partners are siblings. Starring Lindsay Lohan, Ian Harding, and Kristen Chenoweth.
Thank you, Leo. I agree. I agree, dude.
That's Leo's perspective.
Yeah.
Leo's perception, overall impression. Okay, what? Okay, this movie was #1 on Netflix for many days. It has since fallen out of the top 10 completely.
Yeah.
It has been supplanted by the new season of Virgin
That's why I
River.
waited. I didn't want to fight the crowds.
Really? Okay.
I'm not an opening night guy.
Okay.
I want to let it cool.
Got it.
And now I'm here
What are your
in an empty theater. In the theater of my mind, empty.
So since this is fresh in your mind, what were your overall impressions?
It is not good. It's worse than Hot Frosty. I think that Lindsay Lohan, though, is well suited
Okay.
for this type of film now.
Oh.
And I think that she will continue to surface every
Yes.
year
Yep.
because this is her bag now.
Yes.
And
I agree with that. And she was executive producer on this film, and she's figured it out.
so, Lindsay Lohan
Right?
is still an expressive actress, saying lines with emphasis,
Yeah.
dialing in her performance,
Yeah.
and being very like emotive.
Yes.
But someone forgot to tell her face
Oh.
because it's not moving.
Well,
It's
that could be due to cosmetic procedures. We don't know.
you don't say.
I'm just surmising. Again, I'm not trying to put this out there if it's not true, Lindsay. And honestly,
Come on the
go
pod.
for it, Lindsay.
Defend your
Do
face. Here's the thing.
Right.
There's a whole.
But she's not the only one with that problem. Hollywood is full of these actresses who can't move their faces anymore. So you don't know if they're happy, sad, or surprised.
And acting, from what I understand,
Is a full body sport.
it takes advantage of your ability to emote with your face.
Yeah.
And so when I didn't know what she was thinking,
Right.
and there's a whole plot point about how like them making fun of Chenoweth not aging in the photos.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you're doing it through
Right.
that face.
I found that interesting as well.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into it, guys.
Okay, so real quick,
Yeah.
just to set up, right? So first of all, how do you think it stacked up to her last Christmas film that we did review, Falling for
They
Christmas?
feel like the same
Okay,
movie.
sure. I will say I enjoyed this one more than that one for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
Maybe Chenoweth? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like this version of Chenoweth.
Yeah. Oh, she was terrible.
I didn't care for her.
Her character was bad.
I like my Chenoweth bubbly and fun.
Yeah.
I don't like her frosty.
No.
I don't like her mean.
No.
I don't like her conniving and manipulative.
Right.
I don't.
No.
I look to the western sky. I try to find her. She's popular. She's got. I like Galumpa.
Yes.
Is who I like.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
like Deck the Halls.
Yes.
You know, I like Four Christmases.
Yes.
But I don't
She's
like
great
her
in that.
this.
Agree. But maybe she made it interesting.
I saw her in the airport one time.
I know. I remember that.
Take that, Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
I saw Kristen Chenoweth at 5 a.m. in the Will Rogers International Airport.
Tiny slip of a gal.
Not big.
Right.
Little
She tiny.
She's tiny, but she looms large.
Yeah, she does.
In the culture.
She does. That voice. Where does she keep that voice?
In her left leg.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, this thing starts with two main characters. You have Avery, played by Lindsay Lohan, and you have Logan,
Played by Logan.
played by Ian Harding. Didn't know Ian Harding, but
Ian Ziering passed.
oh, okay. And this
What a different movie it is with Ian Ziering in it.
it would be way different. But I didn't know Ian Harding, but he has been in Pretty Little Liars, Ghosts of Christmas Always.
Sure. Dude, what a dart throw of a title that is.
Chicago Med. He was in Fury.
Okay.
We know that one.
Is Fury
Ford versus
is Fury
Ferrari.
Ferrari. It's a movie where Harrison Ford and Guy Fieri just arm wrestle each other for supremacy in Flavor Town. Ford versus
Fieri. That was a total misspeak. But so I didn't recognize him. Here's what I will say about them. Their lack of chemistry almost seemed purposeful.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, they met when they started filming.
It was so bad. I didn't care if they ended up together because they didn't want to be.
Yeah. No, at the beginning of the film also,
Yeah.
we open on him just hammered.
In 2014.
But is he hammered? Because
He sobers up quick.
Yeah. and then he decides through his actions
Yes.
to sober up the whole party.
Yeah, by
With
proposing
A real slapdash proposal.
when she tells him not to.
And the dad kind of accidentally made him do it.
Yes.
But we learn that the dad's kind of inept as a human throughout the course of the film, just in general. So this dad's like, I think you two kids have what it takes to make it. And then drunk Logan stumbles to the center of the party, drops to a knee. Lohan's response is like, oh,
Don't do it.
Don't do this.
do it.
Did my dad put you up to this? and then he goes through, and then post proposal, when she says no, he goes off telling her, you're running away. You're running away from me. And then he puts the capper on it about her deceased mother.
Yes.
And says, if your mom was here, she'd be disappointed in you.
Ouch.
Take it easy, Logan.
Take it easy.
Hey, Logan, take it easy.
And she says, don't talk about my mom.
And he says, yeah, well, your mama's so fat that you... And the dad goes, hey, whoa. I didn't mean you guys had what it takes to make it like in marriage. I meant like you had like what it takes to like make it like
Through this
through this party. And I was wrong about that. She storms off,
It was weird. And
flies
then,
across the pond in it.
Right.
All the way across the pond in it. And he's left here. Real, you know, Gosling in the Notebook, just pining,
Brokenhearted.
building a house that he hopes she'll come back to from foggy London town.
Listen. So then it jumps ahead 20 years. But the way it does this is through the opening credits.
Yeah.
They were weird.
The animated one?
No, it was like this is all that's happened in the last 20 years.
Yeah. They show
Bizarre.
stuff, but they do like some, like they put Stranger Things in there because it's a Netflix property.
They put Stranger Things, Bridgerton, and Squid Game.
How on earth?
Didn't put COVID.
Why? Yeah, right. All these fictional events.
Yes.
Squid Games happened. Never mind the global pandemic that shook us to our core and destroyed the global economy. Nothing else has happened. But Stranger Things was number one.
Right.
Also, come on. Give me some, pump up Hot Frosty. Show us some Frosty.
Frosty's a competitor.
Yeah, but guess what?
Battle of the Mean Girls.
Do you know what Frosty did? Frosty put what was last year's Christmas slogan in. They put it in the movie.
Falling for Christmas.
Because here's the thing about Hot Frosty, guys. Is he's not afraid of competition.
Shares the glory.
He's not afraid of competition. He's going toe to toe.
Yeah.
Right?
He might even be building others up.
Well.
So that was weird. Taylor Swift was also, the Eras Tour was in there, but not COVID.
No,
Okay.
no. We don't, guys. We choose to not address that in our. You know what COVID is? It's our little secret. We're just gonna keep that one under our hat.
Well, turns out their little secret is that they've dated before.
Yeah.
They've dated before, but
Here's the thing. You could have. This movie could have been credits.
yeah.
The minute they walk into the house together,
Oh, hi.
because they're both dating siblings.
Yes.
Neither of whom is a good match.
That's what I have in here.
And
his girlfriend is so young.
Yeah, like, who do you think you are, Dennis Quaid? Ian. Hey, Ian, what's his last name?
Logan.
Hey, Ian
Oh,
Logan.
no. Ian Harding.
Hey, Ian Harding. Who do you think you are?
The girl is so young, and she's like an influencer.
Yeah.
She's on the TikTok all the time.
Listen,
And he's an architect, some serious architect.
who doesn't know how to put together a business proposal?
Listen,
Hold
we're gonna
on.
get-
Hold the phone. Here's the thing. How much younger is she than him?
I don't
12 years?
more.
They're cheaper by the dozen. Listen, here's the thing.
Okay.
Guys, I think that they met, they run into each other at the house, and they could have gone, oh my gosh.
Hi.
We dated a decade ago.
It doesn't matter anymore.
My father,
Great to see ya.
My father coerced you into drunkenly proposing to me and insulting my dead mom in front of an entire party. Anyway,
We're good now.
who's carving the goose?
Listen.
It's it. That's the movie. That's the film.
Crindy watched it, and she was like, I hate movies where everything just unravels when people tell lies. Just tell the truth.
The movie's called Our Little Secret, Mom.
Therein lies the conundrum.
Tune in next week for the new movie, Transparent Disclosure. Christmas Disclosure, starring Lindsay Lohan.
Integrity.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, but Kristen Chenoweth is their mother.
Next up, Unwrapping Honesty with Lindsay Lohan.
What a boring film.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes, and they go, oh, we used to date.
Cheers.
Holiday Road. Ah!
Okay. So Chenoweth is the mother, and she's trying to kind of sabotage the relationship. She immediately doesn't like
Does not care for her.
Lohan.
Right out of the gate.
Right out of the
And
gate.
rightfully so. I think she probably clocked her as a liar.
Probably,
Yeah.
because she is.
Yeah.
It was her idea to lie.
Yeah.
To be fair, Logan
He was ready.
He was trying to tell the truth.
He was ready to tell the truth.
Yeah. So throughout this film, we see all kinds of hijinks.
So shenanigans and hijinks.
One of which is, and you could have seen this coming a mile away, Logan gives Avery
Yo.
some gummies.
Yeah.
No, she finds them in a pocket
She finds him in a pocket.
of the younger brother. You don't take unknown gummies. She was hungry and ate a bunch of them as a snack.
Hey, where have I seen person dating person in family has to borrow other siblings' coat, finds marijuana's in there?
Meet the parents.
Yeah.
Also,
Meet the reefers.
the one with Seth Rogen, he ate some gummies and
Well,
hijinks.
suffice it to say,
old news.
Lindsay Lohan gets
Tired trope.
into some reefer weeds, and she's
Unknowingly.
flying high.
And she reads scriptures.
Who sends the
In a
pothead to the
church.
pulpit? Why is she even volunteering in the first place?
To impress Kristen.
What are your qualifications?
To impress Kristen.
Can I tell you something that I liked is that Kristen, masquerading as the church-going lady that she is.
Yeah.
The preacher comes over after Lindsay Lohan.
Father Paul.
After Lindsay Lohan wows the whole crowd with her rendition of Celebration by Kool and the Gang because
Yeah.
she's high on marijuana cigarettes.
Yes.
Here comes, and then everyone's, yeah. And then the father comes over and he says, hey, I heard some kids talking about wanting to come back next week because you, in your high state, got them to sing a song from the 70s. It's not like you came in here and they started singing the new Drake. You're doing Kool and the Gang. But Chenoweth is put in her place. But then the father says, I'll see you next year or whatever.
Year.
Like he hits her with that, and she's shamed.
Which is what you want to do to people at church.
It's the most effective way.
But imagine those children's disappointment when they come back next week. Lohan's not there doing anything.
No. They come back next week
and it's Father Paul
for all 8 verses of Silent Night, and not a single "oh" in there to be found. What was going on last week? It was Studio 54 in this place. What is happening?
Listen. Okay, then she has the munchies.
Sure.
She eats all of Chenoweth's cookies for the cookie exchange.
Yeah.
And blames it on the dog.
Yeah.
And then
she doesn't just blame it on the dog. She wipes crumbs on the dog's
beard.
Face. She goes in. She again. I spray painted Jinxie Cat's tail.
Right.
Here we are again.
Right.
Here we are again.
Blaming the cat.
Blame the cat. No, guys. This time it's a dog.
It's a dog this time. But Chenoweth freaks out.
Do you know what our little secret is? Is that they just repackaged Meet the Parents.
This time it's a girl.
Yeah.
It's a girl, guys. It's so different.
You don't understand. Film.
And then she bribes the vet.
Yeah.
To tell the lie with her.
Yeah.
She's a bad person.
She's a bad person.
She's a bad person. Forcing so many people to lie.
I'll tell you this, though.
Upending lives.
The vet got his...
And that's the meaning of Christmas.
The vet got his bag, though. He got paid for his lie.
And he put extortion.
Corrupt veterinarians running...
Band name.
Running rampant.
Okay. And so eventually they end up together. We're tying a bow on it here.
Yeah.
But this is what killed me at the end. So you have all of these other characters because the partner to Lohan and the partner to Logan, Logan and Lohan,
Yep.
They had crushes on other people.
Yeah.
One of them was the daughter of Tim Meadows.
Yep. His real life daughter.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah.
Shut it. She was beautiful.
No, his real lifetime daughter.
Okay, there it is. Anyway, at the end, inexplicably, Chenoweth pulls up in a car with Tim Meadows.
Yeah. Well, they did a full-blown wife swap.
Parent swap.
They did a swap.
They swapped.
It's our little secret. Guys, here's the thing.
Gross.
It goes deep. Here's the deal. In this little town,
Yeah.
Swing City.
Yes.
Welcome. Here's this lady. Chenoweth departs for, greener meadows. Here she goes. And then this dad is with Meadows' wife.
Yeah.
Chenoweth knew about it.
They were already together.
And
that was not great.
Her response is, he's around less. That's what she was fine with it.
I don't like that.
That would never, Golumba would never.
Never.
She wouldn't stand for it.
But so then they pull up in a sports car. Chenoweth makes eyes at Lohan as if everything's healed between them. And Meadows says, let's go, my love. Yeah. And off they go into the sunset.
It's great. And
it's weird.
I mean...
No, thank you.
I think, guys, here's the thing.
Okay.
I did not leave this film with near the high that I had leaving Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
Lohan did.
She did.
Pothead.
Listen.
But, and his whole way of coercing her, or like the lie, is he was like, I'll lie for you.
Yeah.
But help me do a business proposal.
Skipped over that. Sorry.
For Tim Meadows.
Yes.
Who's your new dad.
For a retirement.
Can you not just.
Center.
He's the new. Nope. He's no one to us now. Hey, Tim Meadows, let's do business. I used to date your daughter. She used to date your son. But now we date each other. Want to do business?
Yeah. Put her there.
Put her there, Tim Meadows.
But what I loved is that Lindsay, behind Logan's back, submitted his kindergarten crayon drawings of the retirement center. And Tim was like, see, this is what I'm talking
This is the kind of passion that I want out of an architect. That's not going to pass code, bud. It's not going to pass code. It's drawn in crayon. Take that down to the city and see if they approve it.
On a napkin.
Logan, back of the napkin Crayola art.
but he got the proposal.
That's the kind of passion I want to see out of. Here's a juice box, big guy. You got the job.
Gold star.
I mean, it's also like, speaking of wieners and Logan, Tim Meadows, principal, Mean Girls principal.
All these people are connected.
We're in the multiverse.
Well, they're all eating at Lydia's now, I'll tell you.
Because they can afford it. That Netflix cash.
Don't wear an Old Navy sweater. Okay, guys, it was bad.
Yep. Worse than bad.
It was worse than bad, but honestly, I hope she does another one next year.
I'll see it.
I'll watch it.
No, I'll see it. I want one every year for the rest of my life. But I also want a Hot Frosty every year for the rest of my life.
Hot Frosty 2, Hot Frosty 3.
Do you think they'll do it?
I don't know. It's trending for sure.
It's better.
Which brings us to what you've been watching, reading, or listening to. We'll skip algorithm today.
Spirited, Die Hard, Gremlins, Hot Frosty, Our Little Secret, all of these. Just covering the whole thing. I watched A Very Murray Christmas yesterday.
Nice.
So there's my all Christmas.
Jeff and I started Hot Frosty.
Go ahead.
Your face.
Go ahead, you soulless,
I'm going to finish it. But can I tell you, there has been so much chatter online, just concern for the fella. Why
is he so skinny?
No one feeding him?
Yeah, he's a skinny guy.
And he was a lovely gent in Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Why has he lost so much weight?
It's because he needed to get shredded. He needed to look like he was carved out of ice.
Well, he does.
Yeah.
But give him a sandwich.
It's not healthy, Hot Frosty.
Maybe that's why he married someone or ended up with someone who owns a diner.
Dude,
She'll fatten him up.
Hot Frosty 2.
Yeah.
We come back and he's just a real different looking guy.
I'm here for it. As long as his face has some color. As long as his cheeks aren't sunken.
God, Hot Frosty 2.
I can't even concentrate.
Hot Frosty 2 starring Chris Farley's little brother.
Yes.
He comes in. What happened?
I love it. Hot Frosty 2 with extra marshmallows.
Yeah, dude, Hot Frosty 2. Here he is.
So we started that.
Hot Frosty 2, more to love.
I love it. Okay.
Hot Frosty 2. Could we turn the AC on? It's hot in here. It's like hot.
Okay. I'm on an Audible journey. So I completed another book, Those Empty Eyes by Charlie Donnelly. It's a thriller with a twist ending. Sure. So if you're into that, Those Empty Eyes. I want to, let's see. Oh, I am doing this. Oh, okay. We have a lot coming up in the next few days. Yeah. Christmas Eve is tomorrow, then Christmas. So we've got family, friends, all kinds of stuff. Not sure what we'll come up with for our next episode, but we'll have something for you, guys. Possibly. Guys, we want to ask for ratings and reviews. This is all we want for Christmas from you. Ratings and reviews, they help us so much. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. What's your warm heart?
This is a preemptive because it's airing on Christmas, but I'm just saying Christmas. I know it's going to be my warm heart. So Christmas. Yeah. Christmas. Navidad.
Yes.
Feliz Navidad.
Yes. Mine was this trip. Really seeing the kids experience that was pretty great.
Mine was looking deep into Quaid's eyes.
No, I didn't. I planned it wrong. I was looking at ravioli.
Well, sometimes you Quaid. Sometimes you don't.
Guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
We're grateful
guys.
for you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.